Hi, my name is Pearce Kross, and this is my video for speech sound disorder reflection. A speech sound disorder is basically when a child has a hard time saying certain sounds the right way. So in a previous discussion post, we had seen like instead of saying rabbit, they might say wabbit. So that R might be difficult for them, and that's pretty normal for younger age kids, but it starts to become a real issue as they get older, and it can make it tough for certain people to understand them. And as a resource teacher, um, I see a decent amount of students who do have speech sound disorders. Um, and it's not just something that is contained to speech therapists. It happens in the general education classroom, the resource classroom, and in their room as well. But being exposed to all these different students that do have speech sound disorders, I do realize how much it can affect a student's confidence and how they connect with others in the class. So it's made me basically more aware of how important it is to support the kids who might be struggling in that area. So if I do know that a kid has an issue with their R's, I'm not going to call on them to lead by example how to pronounce the sound R. And also it's just important to know that this doesn't only affect them academically, it can also affect the students emotionally. And it can really impact their school life from how well they're understood to how comfortable they feel speaking up. So they might not want to be like raise their hand during whole group instruction, or they may not feel confident in their answers because they might realize that they sound a little different than others. But it's super important to really support them and foster a positive environment for them to make them really comfortable and make them feel confident enough to raise their hand when they know the answer or speaking up. It can also affect them socially. So with other students, they might realize that they sound a little different, and that can impact how they interact with others. So it can keep them from speaking up in social interactions. Like if there's a group of students talking, they may not want to share some of their ideas or converse with them because of how they speak. It can also affect reading and writing because they're not able to sound out the words. It can affect how they write down the words and also how they read words. But with knowing all of this, it reminds me to be more mindful about creating a classroom where all students feel safe to speak, feel like they can take their time, and that they are able to get the support that they need.